Magic Johnson denied many of the reports from ESPN's article on the Lakers' dysfunction. Magic was called a bully by a front office employee and was accused of intimidating team employees. He called that untrue. Was asked what he would have done differently with the team. Magic said, quote, "I would have hired my own people from the beginning. The one thing I didn't get to do is hire everybody that I wanted. Rob and I got put together. I inherited Luke Walton, so I didn't get to hire my own people. Then you can judge me." Shannon, do you like everything Magic said yesterday?
Skip, he makes some very valid points. And normally when a guy comes in, the general manager comes in, what does he normally do? He normally fires the coach, hires his own coach, be it basketball, baseball. Baseball is a manager. But you want your guys, and if the higher up you are, you want your people up underneath you, and that's what you're allowed to do. But this is a conversation Magic should have had with Jeannie from the very beginning, Skip. Not 1 year after the fact. Shouldn't you have gone to Jeannie, okay, Jeannie, I want my people. I want to be able to hire my head coach. I want to be able to hire the general manager. Now, it's reported that Rob Pelinka was hired 2 weeks after Magic got the job. But there's a good chance this was already in the works because he had to put his agency aside before he could, to avoid conflicts of interest.
True.
So there's a good chance that he and Magic was basically hired simultaneously. Ask that. Skip, I can't come here and like, okay, what about vacation? I had all that worked out before I even took the job. Okay, you can get this amount of vacation. What about lunch break? Well, you're done before lunch, so you don't need a lunch break. So, Skip, these are things that you, wouldn't you think these are things that you ask before you take the job and not look back in hindsight? Magic is trying to dodge all the blame, that everything that's going on with the Lakers now had nothing to do with me. Magic, you can't do that. You were a part of this. And it's easy to put all the blame on Rob. Yeah, he lies. We know he lies. But Magic, you got to wear some of this. You got to wear this coat too, Magic. This is a double X. It'll fit you. You got to wear it. And you're trying to dodge all this, and we can't let you, Magic. I'm sorry. So when did he realize that Luke Walton was the head coach? Before or after he took the job? Rob Pelinka, even if you didn't know that Rob was already being hired, 2 weeks after you got the job, you see him there. Did you go to Gene and says, I want to fire Luke? Did you go to Gene and says, I don't want Rob? Come on, Magic. That ain't how we do business, bro. You got the own part of this, and I'm not gonna let you off the hook that easy.
I wish I could disagree with anything you said, but I can't. And I must admit publicly that this is hard on me because I still love Magic.
Yes.
Love him as a guy, loved him as a player. Known him since about 1980, and it's hurting me to watch him go through this. But the more he speaks to me, the worse it gets.
Right? Worse, absolutely.
I don't want to hear 2020 hindsight excuses from the great Magic Johnson. He's above all that.
Yes.
I know what happened when he took the job, when Jeannie said, please come save our Lakers. You know what he thought? I'm Magic Johnson. It didn't matter. It was irrelevant to him who Rob Pelinka was or Luke Walton was. It was so irrelevant that Luke was the coach that the night he went to, quote unquote, recruit LeBron, because LeBron was actually recruiting him, but that night, midnight, July 1st of a year ago, he didn't even take Luke. And I told you, you said, well, he's Luke Walton, but he didn't take him because he's Magic. He's Magic Johnson. Right? That's all you need to close the deal that really was already closed. But again, he went alone, or at least that was what was reported. I don't know if anybody else went, but I don't think anybody went. And the coach, the head coach, definitely did not go. Why? Because he didn't need him. He didn't need any of the front office people. They were all irrelevant to him. And just one point of order, and I defended Magic yesterday to both of you when we talked about when the story first broke, about how hard, tyrannical he was on employees. It's how he played basketball. He was hard on his teammates because at heart, in a basketball context, he's a cold-blooded killer. And yeah, he ran off a bunch of staffers. He fired a bunch of them. What did they say? Like 37% were dismissed over his tenure. Okay, I get all that because that's who he is. But the reason HR didn't come to him, the reason he wasn't called on Jeannie's carpet is, remember, what was the big point of the ESPN story? That nobody felt bold enough to go. They were also afraid of him. They're not going to go to HR because they're afraid for their job because it's Magic freaking Johnson. Right?
You're going to find out who got him called to HR.
Okay, so you can't, that excuse doesn't work. I get it, and I'm defending him because as a boss, in all of his other business, has he not been successful?
Yes.
He's been as successful as any great American ever.
Right.
He is dominated in business in many facets, and he will continue to do so.
You know why, Skip? Because in those, he had no idea what he was doing in business. So he had to immerse himself.
Okay, that's a good point.
Basketball, like you just said, I'm Magic Johnson. Your boy had no talent. And here's a guy, Skip, a guy that made no excuses as a player for losses. That's all he does as an exec is make excuses.
It's just, look, what do I always tell you? The golden rule for me has always been the greater the player, the worse the GM or team builder.
Yes.
Because you're so great. It
came easy to you.
It didn't. You had to work at it, but naturally you were gifted with the ability to do this at the highest level.
Well, Skip, you remember he came here last year and he said he'd be watching practice and he would be telling, man, make that pass, make the pass. And he said guys would look over there at him like, Irvin, you could do that. They can't do that. You see the thing that came so natural to you.
Right.
Everybody can't do what you do, but that's what made you Magic.
Okay, and he tried to coach, and it didn't work for these very reasons. Jerry West tried to coach, and it didn't work for these reasons, because he's just pulling his hair out. Why can't you do? No, you could do it because you were Jerry West.
Right.
You could shoot that shot. You were Jerry West.
Right.
Okay.
I mean, Larry Bird won Coach of the Year, but then he got to the point and said, I just can't do this.
Okay.
Man, these dudes here, man.
All right. So to Magic's credit on ESPN yesterday, he did accept the blame, the criticism for his basketball moves, which were not good.
No.
Is that fair to say? I'm trying to be nice about it.
Yes.
They were not good. He immediately traded Lou Williams. He ended up trading Zubats for Muscala. It's just horrendously bad because Zubats is going to be a pretty good player for a long time in this league. You loved him, right?
I loved him. He was great with LeBron.
Then, according to the coaching staff, they wanted to hang on to Julius Randle, try to keep him and Brook Lopez in fold. And Magic said, no, let them walk. We're going in a new direction. And then we get to the pullout quote from the ESPN story from one of the Laker assistants. I'm going to read it one more time because it makes us all laugh.
That was Luke Walton.
Was it Luke, you think?
No, I was just making that up.
We all had the same reaction the basketball world did. Like, what the F are we doing? Not only are we not getting shooting, but we're also getting every basket case left on the market. Basket cases, Lance, Rondo, JaVale, Beasley, right? It's just one after another. It's a little harsh to call them basket cases, but I get the point.
Right.
And plus,
most of those guys have been on multiple teams.
Okay, and the simplest basketball strategic point was Shannon Sharp is saying, LeBron needs shooters. Well, he's always needed. He thrives on shooters.
Yes.
I've told you, there's never been a better three-point setup passer than LeBron James looking at 6'9" over a defense and whipping a cross-court pass to a wide-open sniper for an easy three, right? That's how he thrived in Cleveland. That's how they played basketball in Cleveland, right?
Yep.
And all of a sudden, you wind up with what eventually became the second worst three-point shooting team to Phoenix, the worst team in the league, last year, right? Because you went for playmakers. And again, is LeBron complicit because he did sign off? But LeBron was probably just trying to go with the flow. Like, okay, Magic, whatever you say.
In the first year, Skip, I'm going to stay in the background. I don't want... Because you know, if LeBron would have got there the first year, and he even says, okay, we need this, and this. It gets out. LeBron is already making a decision. LeBron is already upset with the roster. LeBron is already... So, and now he stays in the background. LeBron, you need to take more of an aggressive approach. Well, damn, what do you want him to do?
Well, now it's desperate. Now he needs to. That's just me. He needs to be
No, it's Jeannie's team. She got upset at LeBron and Rich Paul. Is being reported that they were trying to commandeer her team. It's her team. She need to take a more aggressive... how about this here? Jeannie Buzz, Kurt and Linda Rambus, hit the road and get these free agents. Let's see how many meetings you get.
As my mama used to say to me, you're cutting off your nose to spite your face.
I want to see. No, that's your team.
You ever heard that one?
I like that.
Hold on, who team is it? She said she wanted to take back control of her team from Rich Paul trying to run my team. Like David Falk ain't run a bunch of teams in his time. Yeah, you remember him, Skip? You remember David Falk?
Do I?
Oh, he had Michael Jordan, had Lonzo Mourning, had Patrick Ewing, everybody that was somebody. But now Rich Paul...
He just had one somebody.
Stop it, don't stop doing that.
One.
He had a bunch of somebody.
He was
a major player.
Oh.
Hold on. So what is Scott Boras running in MLB? He don't run nothing, huh? Does Tom Condon run anything in football, Skip? But now Richie Paul get a few clients.
Oh, now he's Richie Paul.
Richie Paul gets a few clients. Now everybody, Rich Paul. I can't believe it.
A few clients. He's got the client.
Yeah. He got a few. Yeah. He got more than one.
Really?
He got Ben Simmons.
Okay, that's not bad.
He got LeBron.
And he got LeBron.
And he's got LeBron. He got John Wall.
And he's got LeBron.
Got Tristan. He got got DeMar.
Oh, that's right. He's got Tristan.
I don't want to get the man. I don't want to get the man to run down stuff like that. What all he got, but Clutch is doing big things.
And he's got Shannon Sharp.
Yeah,
is that what it is?
We're doing big things over here. We're doing big things over here at Clutch.
All makes sense
really?
now,
Yeah.
I mean,
but anyway, Skip, baby, you see, you try to know. Jeannie said, "Look at, she up there. She knows it all. Linda Ramos and Kurt, they know it all. I want to see who. I want to see who they're going to get a meeting with on the free agent market, Skip.
See what they can do.
Well, that's some picture right there. Whew. That's scary.
And you see what's that? Look at that. One guy by himself.
Yep.
And the three people that didn't have any idea what was going on, look at that together.
Well,
they don't look very happy.
Jeannie's got that blank look, like lost look, right?
Have you seen the way the organization been run the last 2 years? Yeah. That's the kind of look I got.
Okay.
Blank.
You realize that's the team LeBron plays for.
That's okay. We you know what? Sometimes, Skip, when you're that great, you can overcome that kind of adversity.
Really?
Yeah.
Especially when you're semi-retired, it's okay.
Don't do that, Skip. See, there you go. How the man semi-retired? Well, Kevin Durant must have retired.
Well, he's playing with 14-years, so I feel like that's what you do when you're retired.
Yeah.
But other than that.
No, what you do, you keep 14 years in their place.
Do you?
Yeah, that's what you.
As if he's a threat.
Yeah, that's what you want to make sure. You want to make sure he don't become a threat.
He's a threat.
What you do, Skip? You